Yeah, we were talking a little bit on the phone beforehand, but then I brought up this word. This word really blows my mind, people, because how these heathens have just commingled everything and make it seem like you can just say whatever the fuck you want, and that's what the definition is. But that's not how reality works, people. The word curse: to utter a wish of evil against one, to imprecate evil upon, to call for mischief or injury to fall upon, to execrate, to injure, to subject to evil, to vex, harass, or torment with great calamities, to devote to evil, to utter imprecations, the expression of a wish of evil to another. English cuss words, not one of those sounded right there like that's a curse. Not one of them. Not one of them. Devoted to destruction, blasted by a curse, tormented, deserving a curse. Deserving a curse. Oh, so there's actions that will lead you to deserve a curse to be placed upon you. Oh, by the Creator, because the Creator will place curses upon you. Blessings and curses. Oh, okay. So the word shit's not a curse, people. I mean, goodness.
Are they still crying about that shit on Facebook?
Yeah, we
You're
are. We
using
are.
a curse word. No, it ain't a curse word.
No,
It's
it's
profanity.
not. No, that's not a curse word. Um, to lay a curse on him is dooming to evil. I've never claimed to have the power to doom you to evil. That's ignorance. I mean, that is stupid. The Creator is the one who chooses whether you're damned or not. So, the uttering of a curse, a dooming to vexation or misery. Here's what I'd say a curse is, people. When my ex prays for me to be in a wreck or to die, that's now we're talking about an evil curse. Prayer of wishing a husband to die or be in a wreck is, you know, that's a curse. That's a curse. I mean, goodness. Woo! Ding dong, the witch is dead.
What's the little is that a fox on your hat?
No, it's the Kansas.
Oh, okay.
It's Kansas City, city of fountains. We're known as the city of fountains here. We have fountains all over the place. Like, yeah, we're like down on the plaza area in certain areas. I mean, just all over. We have all these fountains, running water fountains and stuff. So we're called the city of fountains. Fountain of
Awesome.
Youth, the Fountain of Youth, Wakanda Springs. Yeah. There's always hidden truths and things that are brought out in legends and myths. Um, oh, okay. The Cursator, but yeah. So, uh, like we were talking about, I went in and now obviously now it's saying it's not feeding to something here. What's this? Edit destinations. What the fuck?
I tried just now tried uploading onto my accounts too, man. They're really making it difficult. I didn't it would have distracted me if I tried working on that right now.
Yeah.
I just left it alone and just
Okay. Yeah.
we'll
Interesting.
deal with this another time. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you want to go ahead and try it and
No,
find
we
out.
good, man. I just happened to look up and I was like, what the heck? So,
Yeah, I see that
yeah,
too.
there.
I got a little triangle thing with the red exclamation point in it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, so they shut down a couple of your channels, and we were getting talking about this a while back, like a week ago or whatever it was, or a few days ago. You said like you posted a short clip of the live stream that Corey and I did, like almost shit. That's almost 2 weeks ago now, man. I've been away from the videos for a little while. I like to do that to re-energize myself and as well, anyways.
Oh
And
yeah, we got to feed our spirit, man, and
yeah, we do
that means
absolutely.
that feeding the spirit sometimes means decompressing and stepping back from everything.
Oh, big time. Absolutely. Yeah, getting away from it all, man, and being in prayer and just quiet time and reading and things of that nature. So they shut down because he made a short clip showing Ralph Glidden, the Bone Digger, and
Yep.
the Bone Digger, and they nixed one of his channels. I guess that true shit hurts to him a little bit.
I guess it does. I
Yeah.
think I'm looking for it right here, right now.
I'm digging up bones. I'm digging up bones. That's laying. See here, I'll help you, people. That dumb mofo was laying a curse upon himself by digging up bones of ancestors of this land that he had no right or authority to dig up their bones, nor make furniture out of them and sell them to the highest bidder. That's a fucking nutty bastard right there. That's nutty.
There you go.
Said, as much as we can, as disobedient and resisting vassals, and we declare you guilty of resulting deaths and injuries. So you're guilty for your own death, bro. If you resist these heathens, they declare you guilty of resulting death and injuries, exempting their highnesses of such guilt, scapegoating Catholic Christian doctrines right here, and as well as ourselves and the gentlemen who accompany us. So there's no accountability. People, if this doesn't just show you Catholicism and Christianity at its finest, you have to be mentally insane. I'm trying to hold back. Like I know in plenty of videos. I love it, brother. Be humble. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I didn't like that part right there. Help reading from the requiremento that Columbus came here. Well, a lot of them did. There were multiple ones. Columbus, Hernan Cortez, De Soto. They're all reading from this requirement from the Pope and Ferdinand and Isabella, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Castile, where they're making any actions that these squirrels come over and do, these weasels come over and do, they're making them exempt from any retribution or recompense for their actions. That
I mean, I'm baffled as to when the community of the people across this nation are going to wake up. I mean, come on, folks. The eggs are at $8 for 12 freaking eggs now, man. You know, yeah. I mean, wake up. It doesn't cost. And what are they bringing to you now? The bird flu, the chicken flu. You know, well, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Freaking dude. Well,
$8 though. When I saw that, I about had a stroke, man.
Well, okay, so all of these should be signs for people, brother. Like obviously we're doing something wrong. The creator is not happy, people. Like I said, if there are flus and pandemics and plagues coming down, that's a sign that the creator's not happy with the way things are going. He is punishing us. He is recompensing for actions that are not appropriate. But most people don't.
A land of depravity such as America and what we've fallen into and what they're putting out there, this nation is completely fallen into the smartphones. We've got children at young ages now being found in bathroom stalls. You're not hearing about these stories of our kids that are just breaking double digits into 10, 11, and 12 being found in bathroom stalls, fornicating with one another. Why do you suppose that is? Because you put these damn smart devices in these children's hands, and the government, they can see who has these phones. They don't care if it's a child inside of their child holding that phone. The minute you guys start buying into all this technology, the facial scans, you know, the fingerprinting, and you start allowing them to into your privacy. They say that it's for your privacy. What it's really for is to get up into your privacy and microscope everything that's going on inside of your life. So now you got these smart devices in the child's hands. And if you're a responsible parent, we said this before, if you're the responsible parent that keeps the devices out of the children's hands, it's the neighbor down the road that you got to worry about, who's giving his child the phone and doesn't put any limits on what this child does and stuff. And once that happens, folks, all children in the school are going to be exposed to that pornography, because now you got little young demon seeds out there that are, you know, caught up in the lusting and the desire and the images of these beautiful, gorgeous women and their breasts and their bodies and everything. And it's out there. And then you've got them beat with that. And then you got them beat with the LGBTQ. And then you got them beat with the Black Lives Matter. And then you've got them beat with all these different groups. And now you got that gay lie that's in the president with in the White House with Joe Biden, and Joe Biden's blessing a transgender in the White House saying, God bless you. I mean, you have that depravity straight up into our in our White House, and you people can, and you, I don't even believe that the people vote. There's nobody in their right mind that walks aligned or even has two brain cells that they could rub together that would be against the Lord and not be able to figure that out, the depravity inside of the White House. Who would vote a gay man to rule over you?
Right. Who? Well,
you're gonna a fudge packer, a man who's completely mentally broken inside of his head, completely out of the spectrum, out of touch of reality, has no clue at all what's going on around him, will insert his dick in Rick, the dirty stinking prick. And I'm telling you, that's it. At the White House. And then you got Jesus. And you got Jesus. You got Biden. It might as well have been Jesus in the White House that said, God bless you.
Dude, there was a photo. I think I saved it. Let me try to find it in my library. It was a picture that I found on one of the channels. Nine Spiral. There it is. Dude, I love Brother Nine Spiral. He's solid, man. He's part of the Con Drop, 432 Drop, Cura Mayo, all of them, dude. Dude, those boys are bringing out some facts, man. Lighten it up. Cura Mayo did 2 awesome videos on the slave trade. It's part 1 and part 2. We're talking about 7.5 to 8 hours worth of video, people. But I look at it like this. Are you kidding me? That is nothing in terms of how long we've been indoctrinated. 8 hours. People couldn't sit and watch. We're in a society of SAS, short ass attention span syndrome. You motherfuckers go for 8 hours to a school and listen to a bunch of babble, but it's too much to watch 4 hours of a video. Are you kidding me? That video was half as long as 1 day in school. And that's facts and truth coming out about the slave trade and how that fucking bullshit lies of Africa and shit, and getting everybody to think, oh, I got to go back over to Africa. Man, they were doing it from Brazil to Florida to New York, to moving these people all over throughout this continent, dude. And I've said it time and time again. And even I heard Big Judah say it one time too. You move somebody 100 miles from their home and they don't know that area, you're lost. You're lost, people. You don't know the terrain. You don't know. If I went out to where Brother John's at, it would take me time to get acclimated on where I'm located. It's that simple.
It would for everybody.
Right. Thank you, Michael. Blessings, brother. I wanted to show this picture of the. I made it into an album, or I put album, and I had to go back through and delete a lot of like screen captures of old videos I've watched and stuff, because I'm like, shit, I'm just piling up my phone with all these powerful. They are good, but I got a good memory, and I need to trust, and I'm like, gosh, I'm just loading up my phone with all these like scriptures and stuff like that, but I've got it all here in my location. So,
well, the internet's totally captured everybody and mesmerized them with these shorts, man.
Mm-hmm. How
Shorts
do I
are.
get?
I mean, they're deadly, man. You could get caught up all of a sudden. 40 minutes later, you've flipped through about 40 different things, man. It's just
Oh, of
nuts.
course. Here
And
it
they
is.
pump them Christians, Christians, Christians. So many Christians. So, and I just can't see how people can't see that they're pushing Jesus. It's so understandable now that Jesus is the devil on this plane of existence.
Let me get to Nine Spirals channel because it's a short and it's good though because the picture is what I'm wanting you to see, people. It's hilarious because you're talking about pushing depravity and everything on our kids and stuff, people. Okay, let me show you this. Hold on. Okay, my lighting here. I'll have to. Okay, look at that picture of Jesus, dude.
Oh, that's disgusting. Please take it down. Take it down.
Listen.
These two
Oh, no,
fragments of
you
this
didn't have to do
lost version
that.
of Mark describe Jesus with an unusual encounter with a naked youth one evening where Jesus shares with him the secrets or the mystery of the kingdom of God. It's a very strange story.
Can you hear that from where I'm at?
Well,
Yeah.
these two fragments of this lost version of Mark describe Jesus with an unusual encounter with a naked youth one evening where Jesus shares with him the secrets or the mystery of the kingdom of God. It's a very
That must be
strange
the
story.
Holy of Holies.
The guy goes, "That's a very strange story." Yeah, the holy, and naked youth. I mean, are we
Yeah.
kidding, people?
Well,
Wow,
I've
man.
always said that they don't need that parable where it says that Jesus put his arms around them and then placed his hands on them. You don't even need to put his. I mean, why do they add that second part of the parable? It's almost the same way with Isaiah 9:6 when it says, "Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given." You don't need to add the son is given. Why do they
Right.
do that? Because it's duality, man. They're showing you duality exists. That there's a
Yeah.
man that was born in a manger, and then there's a star god that fell from heaven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, too. On Nine Spiral, he has a video that says, "Is Tecumseh Elijah the prophet?" And man, that video is damn good, brother. It is damn good because it's showing about Tecumseh's name means shooting star, and all the warriors that he had this knack and this gift and this ability to uh, spur on other fellow brothers to stand up for righteousness and like fight against the colonizing military and shit that just kept moving west and taking people's lands. He and like so I would say yeah that there's signs there are signs in the heavens that are given to people that are in spirit uh, but this guy sure isn't one of them right there, folks. Look, he's got the hush finger with showing you a little of his tail. I mean, and then we just had the freaking Pope Alicious, say that homosexuality should be allowed inside the Catholic churches. Dude, Babylon has fallen. Babylon. The Pope said it is not a criminal action for homosexuality, dude. Are you
Not a criminal action to who?
right? It's always their narrative, isn't it? The demon's narrative. Uh huh. Oh,
Yeah,
Pope
well,
Francis. Go ahead.
I'm just going to say that's what you got when they're putting it right in the White House.
Oh, well, see, here's the problem. This is what people don't get and understand as Christians, as Catholics. The Most High is lifting he has lifted the skirt, bro, of the wicked.
Yeah,
And that
it's
shit
here.
is ugly underneath. That shit looks ugly underneath. That
Yeah.
skirt is lifted.
Right. Well, what did you say earlier? It's musky. It smells. It's stinky ass.
It's musky. It's moldy and stinks.
Right. It's maggots and worms underneath that thing.
You hoochie mamas have a lot of yeast infections going on around there, like my ex did when she's cheating on me. You know, oh, that's weird how that works, isn't it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I had someone. I posted definition of retardant on Facebook because somebody tried to tell me that, using that word is bad. And I'm like, only in your feelings, because this is the problem with people. We don't know, people don't educate and know definitions of words, but they just make them up as they go along. This is why we're a lost society. When you don't live on one accord and facts and truth don't matter, but your feelings dictate everything, you're a lost ass society, bro. Lost. Because your truth might be different than my truth. That truth might be different. I'm not saying that we aren't supposed to work together and learn to get to truth. Not everybody knows all truth. Okay, that's silly. But you could sure tell those who are fighting for facts and truth to come out and for righteousness and justice to prevail. And it's not homosexuality and depravity. Yeah, he said that it's not a crime, bro. Criticize laws. He criticized laws that criminalize homosexuality as unjust. Here's why I said on Facebook too, because this church has been doing it since its inception. That means beginning, people, inception.
Right.
Okay.
It was created. It was
Yeah.
created from the beginning like that.
Yes. They've been partaking in this depravity since its inception. Pedophilia, rape, sodomy. They are Sodom and Gomorrah.
Murder, death. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Rape.
Murder, death. Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. So saying God loves all his children just as they are. Wow. Right. Really? Okay. Right. So now you all are telling God who he is. He's not teaching you. You're teaching God. That's exactly what it is. You don't listen to God. You're teaching God how it goes.
Yeah. Don't worry. Okay. I got this, God. I got this.
Don't worry about this.
Take the back seat, bro. I got this.
I called shotgun.
Oh, no, man. Jesus Christ got shotgun.
Shotgun. Yeah. Yeah. And then I was called a bully for telling this manly spirited woman, like, I don't know who you are. I went to high school with you. I mean, you could have changed, sure, but and then another manly spirited woman backed her and said, well said. She said, fuck you, Sean. You're a bully. I'm like, I'm a bully? Okay. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. You can have it. I'm not here to tell you cannot. Okay. But in facts and truth, it tells me, no, I've been on the receiving end of ass whoopings time and time again in this system. And now I stand up for myself. And I'm not afraid to call this society narcissistic and prideful, because it fucking is. Okay.
Right. And they shut your ass down for that.
You're fucking blind. I'm sorry. You're blind as fuck. If you don't think this is a prideful society, you're fucking part of the problem. Okay. Simple as that. It's that simple. Okay. Because
it's not part of the problem, the problem.
Yeah. Well, it takes a whole bunch of them to make it work. Not one. You could knock out one real quick, but you get a whole fucking slew of them. Holy shit. They're everywhere. Retard definition, people. To delay. Tardis. Show. Late. To diminish the velocity of motion. To hinder. To render more slow in progress. As to retard the march of an army. To retard the motion of a ship.
That's retarded.
And one guy said, that's my number one pet peeve, that word. And I'm like, really? I got a lot of pet peeves that fucking rank way higher on my list than that.
Right, than the word retarded.
My pet peeve is how you're also hoish and fucking sleep around on everybody and then act like it's no big deal. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you get to tell God what adultery is and isn't. That's the Jesus way. That's the Christian Catholic way. I mean, whatever popes say, whatever anybody says. So the resistance of air retards the velocity of a cannonball. Oh, so what do you think the resistance of air being sucked into your mouth by wearing a mask is? Retarded?
That's got to be the best joke I think you've ever said in a year, right there, man.
Here, hold on. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. No, you're okay. You're okay.
That's
Why do you guys just
retarded.
walk around with your hands over your mouth? Why buy a fucking mask? Just put your hand over your mouth. Why spend money? My bad, bro. Get y'all choked up on some nuts.
No.
Oh, man. To delay, to put off, to render more late, as to retard the acts of old age, to retard a rupture between nations. My visit was retarded by business. So it was delayed. It was delayed by business. Okay, people? Gosh, you gotta learn, man. This is what, and I'm not a, you can pretend I'm a bully, whatever, but there's a lot of people that would call me a defender of truth and a defender of the oppressed. Okay, there's two sides to the coin, sweetheart. So what you see as a bully, I see as backing those who have been spit on, shit on, lied on,
Beat
nonstop.
down, thrown down, shot down.
Yep. And I don't just fall in line with the wicked fuckers who sit here and paint a narrative that is full of shit. Okay?
To get you to go off in another country.
Work. What's that?
To get you to go off in another country and put another man in the sights of a weapon and pull a freaking trigger.
Yep, never been there, done that, folks. Yep. So, I've done plenty of stupid things. Okay, so I'm not saying that I haven't, but I sure in the hell haven't put sights on somebody and put a bullet in somebody because Big Bro said so. Okay,
he who sheds another man's bloods by the hands of man, his blood shall be shed.
Bingo. God loves all his children just as they are, and called on Catholic bishops who support the laws to welcome LGBTQ. Hey, well, fucking that's fucked up, because I looked up in Black's Law Dictionary and they're leaving out the other Q, the A, the N, the P, the Z, and the T, and, or the R or something, but to people into the church. Welcome them into the church? The church is founded on it. They've always been in the church. See, here's what you people don't, when people don't have wisdom and knowledge and when they read, that's why we come and do these things, people, to help you wake up your minds. They've always been there. That's what it's founded on.
I heard
sodomy
today. Here, let's see if I can
pedophilia.
Give me a second.
Like it just entered. Like, oh, hey, let them on in. What are you talking about? Priests, Catholics, bishops, cardinals, popes, they're all part of it. They've always been part of it. So it's
here you go.
Common sense.
You're on record for stating, and I quote, "This is the gayest generation of America." What are your overall thoughts on this? Because some of your opponents seem to believe you have homosexual tendencies.
Well, it is the gayest generation ever. Every fact shows that more young people are gay than any other generation. Yeah, I think my record of my marriage speaks for itself. But is there something you want to tell us about your own?
I mean, you don't gotta accuse me of being gay. Just because you're married don't mean that you're not homosexual.
Well, you're asking about the gayest generation. I got some questions about you, man.
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, you're coming to my campus that I represent, calling us, one of the gayest generations.
Well, it is. One out of 5 young people are lesbian, gay, or trans.
And even though I don't,
it's the gayest generation ever.
It's the gayest generation ever.
No, it's not a good thing, actually.
Who is that guy?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Who was that guy, John?
He's a senator or something, man. He's a representative or an assemblyman for a county or something bullshit like that.
See how he used deflection, people, in triangulation? Okay, instead of sticking to the topic at hand, he flips it and says, and then turns the question onto the gentleman who asked it by saying, "Well, is there something you want to say or something?" See, they don't. This whole world has been taught well on TV and everything, radio, all of it, to how to flip, how to deflect. It's a great tactic of projection and triangulation that narcissists use well. Oh, absolutely, brother. Brother Corey, absolutely, you can come on in, my friend. Sure. So but that's a great tactic used is don't address, take the question off of me and here you go, back
Misdirection.
at you. Wow.
Oh, I wish I had a deck of cards. I've done a magic trick for you. Misdirection.
Oh man, dude, I'm looking up the definition for gay in here because I know in the past I'm pretty sure it means like happy. Oh, gallo, gay in Spanish, Gaia is a stripe of different colors on stuff. On what? On stuffs? Am I reading that right? Hold on. Old man thing. On
Inspector
stuffs
Gadget.
is gaudy and is Jay, gay. A gallo is a J. The Welsh has gwick, gay, gaudy, brave. This is a contracted word, but whether from the root of gaudy or not is not obvious in some of its implications. It seems allied to joy, merry, airy, jovial, sportive, frolicsome. It denotes more life and animation than cheerful. Belinda smiled and all the world was gay. The Pope smiled and all the world's gay.
Biden smiled and all the world's gay.
What what shampoo do you use, young man and lady? I want to smell your hair. I'm a fruitcake. Babylon has fallen, dude. I went and saw that movie Babylon. I took my 19-year-old. I wanted to kind of, in the few days I had at the beginning of January, have some time to spend with her and help guide her and teach her in those days. And we went and saw Babylon. Bro, it was like the beginning of the show was like showing a porno on the big screen.
Oh,
If you don't
really?
think, it was a big party. Brad Pitt's in it. There's a lot of
Oh,
known
probably
actors.
like a big sex party going on with like 100 people of them all, lusting.
Yeah, a lot more than 100 though. A lot more than 100 though.
Oh yeah, bro. See, in my worst days, man, in my saddest days of being a Gentile, and when I was really heavy into the porn, I had seen a lot of those large number of parties, man, where there were hundreds of people that are in one room and they're all just going at it, man.
Yeah. No, it was in fact, I couldn't believe it because there's a guy sitting on a couch and he's got a mask on. Oh, masks, people. You guys fucking you should really check into old theater in Rome and Greece and all this shit and stuff like that. And really understand
It's a cover.
why their symbology of mask wearing and stuff is and what they're doing. It's to put on a show for people. Be something you're not, people. You're mask wearing fucks. I mean, so you're fake.
It's a cover.
Cover. Yep. I just told Brother Corey to join on a text. I'm like, I don't know if he. I'm going to try to send him an invite real quick too, brother. We're still good. I'm just going to send him it while we're doing stuff.
That's
so
fine,
yes,
man.
they show a guy sitting on a couch and copy. I'll email him. They show a guy sitting on a couch, brother, and and they show a really quick pan by or scan by him of his penis, bro. This is rated R, and this is what we were talking about. Kids could sneak into this sucker all day long because when I go to the theaters, there is nothing there that would stop a set of 13-year-old kids that get dropped off at the movies. There is nothing that would stop those kids from not going to the movie that they've got tickets for and entering right into that movie. Nothing at all.
Oh, you mean like to buy a ticket for one theater and then sneak into the other theater?
Correct.
Yeah, there's nothing or anybody to stop anyone from doing anything like that.
No. Oh, I'm right there.
No,
like my daughter.
no security, and it's designed that way.
Exactly. They could walk right into that. My point is a bunch of 13-year-old kids could walk right into the theater of Babylon and sit down and watch that shit without anybody there, unless if they're dropped off at the theater by parents. They could walk into any theater, period. Okay, they get scanned in at the front by somebody with their ticket. That doesn't mean they have to enter that theater, people. They could go into any one of them that they want.
No. All the R's are to the right, man. Yours is PG to the left, pal.
Right. Yep. And man, I'm telling you, bro. All right. I sent that to Corey, the link. It was okay. So like Brad Pitt's in it. So what it is it's based off of the start of Hollywood. Okay. Like with silent films, Nellie, what's the lady who became big in silent films? It was her last name was Leroy, Nellie Leroy, I think. And he was Jack. Okay. Nellie Leroy. He was playing Jack Conrad. Okay. Nellie Leroy is who. Okay, Margot Robbie's character, Nellie Leroy, is a gifted flapper who takes Hollywood by storm. A gifted flapper. Is that a whore? What's a flapper?
A flapper sounds like a woman with wings. A flapper. Yeah. You know, when you say that, I'll be honest with you. It kind of reminds me, when you say flapper, it would remind me like a German Shepherd sticking its face out the door and its fucking lips are going.
One who flaps another. Flapping, striking, beating, moving something. That don't mean that doesn't correlate to what they're calling her here. That's what I'm saying. Fucking nothing.
What you mean to tell me? There's no definition there that a flapper says a German Shepherd as it sticks its beak out the door, its muzzle out the window.
Struck with something broad, let down, having the brim fallen as a flapped hat. See, so that, yeah. So where do they, a gifted flapper? I mean, look at this shit, man. When there's no, like I said, no accord for definitions, bro, it's a lost ass, make it up, whatever you want. No, what she is a whore, and she's a hoe that is got this urge to make it into Hollywood. And this is the silent film era. Nellie Leroy. And then, like I said, I'm going to bring brother in here. Brad Pitt plays Jack Conrad, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Babylon. He plays Jack Conrad. And in the beginning, let me bring him in there. Dude, it's a full-on, I mean, piles of drugs everywhere, dude. Coke, everything. It's a free-for-all of drugs and sex, bro. And this is what they're pushing in these end days. All right, here we go.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, brother? I haven't seen you for a while.
I know. You know what? I meant to watch a video earlier, but I had to go out. It was my uncle's celebration earlier, so I had to go out. But I'm gonna catch up on your videos.
What's up?
It's all good.
What's up?
Hey, you know they struck me today.
They did.
Yeah, I'm down. Look,
hold on, everybody. A moment of silence for Corey. Woo! We call those compliments. We call that compliments, bro. In our world, that's a compliment.
That's a strike. You did something right.
I've been looking for that strike. I was wondering. I'm like, am I fucking up? Am I doing something wrong? Because they usually attack me way earlier, but you know they dug back on a video. I guess I was talking about the issues.
Oh yeah.
They called it bullying.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They called it bullying and harassment and all types of stuff. Like, yeah, like I said, I was coming to their house or something, but it was an older video.
Yeah. See, I'm afraid of. I've got my second strike on White Raptor News Ministries, and there are other videos that I've got in the 250 videos I have now that speak about the same material. So I tell people all the time, man, if you're listening, man, jump over there to my other channels and stuff, man, because White Raptor News Ministry is getting ready to get wiped off the map too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is that your first strike? Is that your first strike on this channel, Brother Corey?
Yeah,
this
it's my
one?
first strike. First
Okay.
strike on this one. And
Now,
you know
is that a strike past the warning?
the first one, right? And you know what they say when you read the guidelines, it say the majority of the people that get the first strike don't get another strike.
Oh,
You
that's
ever
right.
read-
They do.
Did you read that?
That's the
Why did they
second
say
strike.
that?
They say that, I don't know why it says that. When I get my second strike, they tell me that it's very seldom. No, they say it's not often that a creator gets a second strike.
Because they want you to be pussy with. They want you to sit back after the first strike. When they first hit you, they want you to be like, "Oh, okay, I can't lose monetization or whatever people be losing off of these channels because people are in this shit for the wrong reasons. We see that, and therefore you're gonna be scared to actually say your opinion.
Cut you off a little bit. Little did they realize that when they did it to me on my first channel, I came back even scrapping harder, man.
Right.
I created a new channel and said, "Oh, I got new strikes coming on me now. What can I say, baby?"
Yeah.
When Sean told me to join, when I asked him could I join the live stream, right? Soon as I was coming in, it kicked me straight out. Like as soon as I tried to like get on there, I put my name in. Life is like a box of chocolates. I was like, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna just put something stupid. And so as soon as I put it, it kicks me out instantly. It's like these people are kind of paying attention to us if you don't understand. Like these folks, they're yeah.
No, they're paying attention. Oh, they're watching us, bro. Yeah, man, and like, they watch us. I mean, they watch.
We're the enemy.
We are the enemy.
I like it.
Because we don't. Because see, we broke.
I gotta be an enemy to somebody. I want to be on the right team.
Exactly. But to be the rebel is to actually be the good guy, that's the most amazing part. That's saying Robin Hood. You know what I mean?
Yep. It is outlaw, rebel, barbarian. All these words have been flipped. The script's been flipped because, like I've been saying to people, I don't know how hard this is to figure out. You come to somebody else's land with a sword, whipping people and shit like that, and you're calling them savages.
Right.
Narcissism much? I mean, fucking sociopathy, psychopathy much? See, I just see clear and straight. That's bullshit. That's called labeling
that was
somebody.
an inside shirt day.
Yeah. Crisscross will make you jump. Wear my pants backwards. Bro, they have went, like, they struck John's channel. I don't know if you were watching earlier by showing that, the live we did 2 weeks ago, Corey, where I was reading I was showing Glidden and reading from the Requiremento that all these conquistador people, does it say discovidor? No, it says conquistador, assholes. They came and slaughtered and raped and pillaged people. And I was called a bully by a gal on Facebook, brother, so it's no big deal. A manly spirited woman that I went to high school with that thought her shit didn't. She's out there, but I'm a bully because I showed her, told her that her mouth needs to shut up unless she knows facts and truth about definitions. And I told her retarded does not, nowhere in the dictionary in 1828 does it say retarded is mentally handicapped person. It says to slow something. So actually, if you get in the way of progress and knowledge and wisdom and learning, you are a retard. You're standing right in front of people learning and growing.
Yeah.
What you're speaking about right now is retarded.
That's funny. That's something.
It is, though. It's one that retards, hinders, or delays. So you get in the way of facts and truth coming out in an era where it's coming out in mass quantities of just being flooded, coming out like a sieve, man. There's
So
truth. There's
the truthers, the people that are looking for information, are the furthest thing from what you could consider a retard, even though they would consider us that. What are the tinfoil hatters? Something like that. They would kind of
yeah,
push us away in a sense. But
conspiracy theorist.
yeah, all these terms that they have to give us to where people have to look down on. Oh, crazy. Crazy is a good one.
Yeah, yeah, crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, insane.
I don't like being called mental. That's the one that usually gets me good. I hate it when these people here call me mental and they're the ones that are worshiping other gods.
But
Hey,
if you
I
what's
like mental.
insane, what's crazy is, right, if that crazy person shows you the way, he's not crazy now, he's a genius. You see how it's easy for you to go from the worst to the greatest term, because now I've showed you the way. Now I'm a genius. But before, I was a madman in your eyes because I was trying to teach you something.
Yep. Dude, I don't mind mental. Okay, you're right. I use my brain, bro. I was given one and I use it. You bet damn right I am. That's what I say back to them. Hey, I am mental. I'm mentally sharp. I'm mentally sharp. I use
Right. I have wisdom.
Uh-huh.
I tell people that all the time.
Because I pray for it. Because what did Solomon pray for more than anything? Wisdom.
What else should you pay
Now
for?
he did. We don't know everything too. They could, like they did with all prophets, they could have went in and wrote lie upon lie on him too. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I do know the Solomon River is about 4 hours from here. But I don't know for a fact that everything they say in there he actually did. I wasn't there. I can't say that.
Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
Any national parks along that river?
No, but that's right by Wakanda Springs.
Wakanda
Springs. Yeah,
okay.
where now it's called Wakanda Lake because they covered over it and stuff. That's what they do.
Well, yeah, they did that by displacing people's thoughts by changing people's names, and then writing geography that has the names, like Solomon. And in the river that you just now mentioned, what was that? The river you just mentioned?
Oh, Solomon River, and then Wakanda. Springs.
That's what I'm saying. Is they've changed people's names, they've changed these sites and stuff, and they put them all over geographically all over the world, and then you're left in confusion to where the real historical site is at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they painted in the movie that it's over in Africa, but when like Kurameo and 432 The Drop and Nine Spiral and all shit. Huh?
UBTV. He talks about what you about to get into, I believe. Yeah.
Does he? Okay. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, they do. He does also get into that America, the Americans. This is the old world, and they call it the new world. See, that's why I said the new world order actually started the minute that Portugal and Spain, the kings and rulers, made a pact with the Catholic Church and funded everybody to come overseas and come to these lands that they were not able to get to before. There was the Great Leviathan, whatever the Creator was using to keep them away. But that was when that New World Order actually started, is in 1400s, when they started raping, pillaging, slaughtering, and teaching depravity and debased ass actions as being okay to do.
Oh, and sending their prisoners. They sent their prisoners over, and that was the first people that they started to send, was the people, the undesirables, the people that they just didn't want there.
Yep.
Like, y'all not good enough to be here. All trailer park trash, black people, y'all get out of here. All y'all, the low lives, everybody to go. So
absolutely,
these people were the foundation of slaves, because what they found out is you can't enslave one of the indigenous people, because they would fight to the death.
Bro, slow down for a second. They just hacked your entire everything that you said, man. You are a Chinese speaking.
They were cutting like they were trying to like cut it up, and yeah, for sure, like your words and stuff. I heard most of it though. Did you hear it, John? You couldn't hear
Oh,
it?
I heard what he said. It was a Chinese flick or a Japanese flick.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I was
No,
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Huh. You were so they did. Yeah, they sent all the undesirables, like you're saying over here, and on the first trip, and then on those.
The undesirables. You mean the ones that didn't want to listen to him?
Right, yeah, the people that went against them religiously or anything, they sent them over here, but they had to have handlers. So the people that came over here to handle them, those were like the conquerors of the land for the most part. I mean, that's how I would imagine it. They
Here's
establish it and then they bring in their servants from somewhere else because you can't enslave the people here because they're fighting you. Or when you try to enslave them, they won't eat and they won't breed or do anything for you. So it's like pointless.
mm-hmm. Yep. Well, and working them to death and everything too. Like you said, the ones that they did get to mine for them and stuff, they were working them to death. Like Kermit on that slave trade thing, he talked about how they were getting them to dive for pearls on the coast, the conquistadors, and then they would come up. They were diving for pearls, and then they would come up with pearls, and then they wouldn't even give them time to like the ones that were doing it to like catch their breath or anything. These motherfuckers are devils, greedy, envious fuckers, dude, with no care for anything but themselves. You said,
Diving for pearls?
yeah, this
Is
is
that
this is the
where
old pearl. This is called the old pearl. This continent is also called the old pearl, bro.
oh, I never knew
That's
that.
yeah, they know this is yeah, they know, man. They've just fed a lot of lies. Real quick, this is from Revealing America's Dark-Skinned Past, Volume 2. The men who were recruited from Spain to be the crew for the first voyage were not exactly what would be described as your upstanding citizens. Now, I always say just because this is also coming from people who think that their prim and proper fucking three-piece suit means they're above everybody too. So we got to be careful on the narrative. A lot of these people might have just been fuckers who didn't want to bow to their fucking oppression too. So because of the difficulty,
Well, they knew something was wrong with them anyways when they came over in the suits. They're probably looking at them like, what the fuck kind of clothing you wearing, man? It's 120 degrees out here, man. You're covered in a blue coat.
Yeah, well, the first ones weren't wearing it. The second ones might have been because of the difficulty Columbus had in recruiting a crew for his initial voyage, because they knew these waters were tough to cross. The King and Queen of Spain made a proclamation that every person that became a member of Columbus's crew was to be exempt, okay, from all hindrance. And I read that in the last live we did, okay, so I won't slow that up on that. But this enticed all sorts of undesirable personnel to be lured as crew members on this perilous voyage. Undesirable. Okay. All right. The crew, often described as being a refuge for runaway criminals and debtors, included 4 men condemned to death, 1 for murder, and probably trying to fucking take out the king and queen, fucking, and 3 for trying to free him from prison. Columbus even later confessed that the men recruited did not deserve water from God or man. Says him? Interesting. Wow, I didn't know he's the beacon of fucking wisdom, Columbus. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Fucking raping, bisexual, pillaging motherfuckers telling others they don't deserve water. Interesting. These criminals would
on
not
land that's theirs to boot.
Yeah. I mean, damn, man. These criminals would not only be absolved of all previous crimes they committed, they would be pardoned of any crimes committed in the old world / new world to them. So Columbus's entire crew knew there would be no repercussions of any kind of wrongdoings that they may commit during the entire voyage or any they may commit against the native people.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Huh?
Did I show you that? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Like you was talking about
Black
them
Pearl.
being
I was thinking that, man.
Black Pearl.
That's Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure is.
Pardoning this type of behavior was not out of the norm for explorers. That's why I like Kirameo's videos where it says like Columbus knew exactly what he was doing. He was on these boats as a pirate since the age of like 13. He watched,
Right.
he knew all of the shit that went on with slave trade, all kinds of shit like this. He knew this to a T, people. Accidentally bumped into this shit my ass. He knew exactly what he was doing, man, and the mission that he was on. In fact, he had to talk the king and queen, Ferdinand and Isabella, into allowing him to do it.
Yeah,
Because
he
they
did.
doubted that he could do it. And he was saying he was led by the Holy Spirit to do it, which could, I'm not going to sit there and make a proclamation either way, but a lot of it shows that in his prophecies, he knew that he was coming here to recompense and reprimand those who were walking away. But that doesn't mean everybody was doing it, man. That doesn't mean everybody.
No, he was saying they were sent for punishment, and they well stepped way out of their bounds. And did I show you that short the other night with Tom Hanks and Melody Griffith, and she said the natives? Did I show you that?
No, show it. I'm curious. Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Can you turn it up?
Catching that dirty old tire.
Here.
Shannon, come on.
Sherman, come on.
Come on. Catching that dirty old tire. Oh, yuck. Just want to get out of here. I want to get to Manhattan. Come on, Shannon. Oh my God. Oh my God. Natives.
Natives.
Oh my God.
Boom.
Damn it.
Is that a truth bomb?
Yep. Sure is.
Wow.
Yeah. Bro.
Wow.
I nail it now, man. I watch a movie now today. I'm like, oh, I know what that means, man. I know what that shit means.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the stuff the same no more after you learn the truth. Like when we watch movies now, it's not us. We enjoy movies, yes, but we're looking for something in there. We know it's something coming in this movie that's going to be the truth bomb.
Yep.
Right.
It's funny.
Straight up. Yep. Straight up, bro. That's so. That's how Corey talked about. Great. That's an awesome find, Brother John. That's what we do, people. We find these truth bombs and show them. Okay, so the native, it even tells you right here, okay? Since the Native Americans did not practice Christianity, that depraved ass shit, even though it was known that they were a spiritual people, right here, a spiritual people, doesn't mean you have to read a word to be spiritual. If you can't, you know what I'm saying, people, if you can't figure that out, you don't have to be able to read. We are inside of us. There is a conscious spirit of right and wrong. If you don't know fucking that those actions are wrong, you should probably fucking ask what side you're on.
No,
Yeah.
you should tie a milestone around your neck and jump into the fucking ocean.
Yeah, because that's what's going to happen. Like Yehoshua said, you're gonna, it'd be better for you to tie a millstone around your neck. Yeah, absolutely. Than the shit that's coming upon you, man, because it's not going to be pretty. They were ill treated, and the Spaniards were basically given permission to, as previously stated, sell or dispose the people, seize the possessions, and harm them as being disobedient. Harm them as being, people, listen, as being. It doesn't say they are disobedient, as being disobedient. Columbus even wrote in his logs that the native people believe and know that there is a God in heaven. Well, sure, they're the ones worshiping him. You're worshiping the Pope and the kings and rulers and yourselves.
Well, the Pope is the Father.
And that's for them, it is.
You see that picture of them coming out of that picture of Jesus at the Pope at the Vatican in the Assembly Hall, coming up out of the background, all them dead-looking souls and stuff, and Jesus looks like he is blown out of it.
Yeah, with the reptile head.
Yeah, the reptile head. Now they've put some new pictures on the internet and they've mirror imaged them fucking pictures, dude. Go look at them things.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
put
see
them
the
side by
dragon's
side.
heads in it. You see the dragon's head in it now when they do that mirror image, and you see a spider in there. Oh my god, it's fucking
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Wow. I
um,
got to see that one. I got to check
yeah,
that.
the
I
mirroring
gotta-
of
yeah,
it. I've seen
just
Tamara
say
Magdalene.
images of the Vatican, man, or the Assembly Hall. Images of Assembly Hall at the Vatican, man, and you'll
Yep.
see all them serpent pictures and all that shit.
Well, I've seen that image of the thing, but I ain't see it inverted to where you was like it was
mirror
mirrored
image.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't see that.
got half of it on a mirror image now, and you know how everything comes together. You can see all
Yeah,
the shit, the hidden symbology in it.
yeah,
Mhm. Right. Well, like I said too, as I'm reading in here about dragons and stuff, and even in this dictionary, bro, Noah Webster's dictionary, I'm really okay. So I think that the dragon's power was given to the beast. Nowhere does it say the dragon is bad. The power of the dragon was given to the beast. Okay, listen to this. That Night God 333 showed a video on Twitter of dragons. If you haven't seen Night God 333, he's got a Twitter clip,
yeah.
and it's also on his YouTube page of like 5 or 6 dragons going past this guy. And that wasn't him filming it; it was this guy in Florida. There were a bunch of people who talked about. Remember the sounds that Rap played on his videos, the roar in the sky and shit like that.
Uh huh.
Nine Spiral showed it too over in Turkey. Dragons going in and out of the clouds. Dude,
Oh
and then
shit, dude! You
Avatar.
should have did a short on that. Anytime I find stuff like that, I do a short on it.
Yeah, I'll need. Well, let's both put it out on our channels there. But okay, in Avatar, they show you who's taking down the military planes and everything like that in Avatar. The dragons.
Right.
Yep.
They're weapons for the creator. That's part of his host of heaven that are coming down. Because you even see it in Avatar 1 and 2. They are taking out the military, the iron that is destroying the earth and shit like that. He's using the dragons out of the sky to fucking take them down and throw them into fucking mountains, all kinds of shit. Bro, I'm telling you, the Drakon, that's why I said I continuously learn, because I got to remember, I've learned a lot of lies in this system growing up.
I think we all have.
Yeah.
I've
So
learned
I've got to
12
be
years
open-minded.
longer than you.
Yeah. So I've got to be open-minded to continuous learning and not reject something instantly. I've got to really take it in and think, because
Right, you got to listen to everything. You have to, and you need to discern what's right and what's wrong. You know, I don't take it off the plate that there were dragons back then in the day. If they existed, they were made extinct like every fucking thing else on this plane of existence, man.
Yeah.
Talks about dinosaurs as well, and the tail of being one the size of a cedar. His tail was like the size of a cedar tree.
Yeah. Well, and so they could call dragons like a pterodactyl or something, a dinosaur. We'll give it another name, brother. Like Corey and I were talking about that too recently, about how they could just, like a crocodile or something they could have called, I mean, we don't know, because a lot of them hadn't even seen these animals and shit. All these animals were here in America. They said, it's amazing. Just so much.
The unicorn could have very well been the rhinoceros.
Well, yeah, that's what they say. The single horn rhinoceros is the unicorn.
Yeah.
Dude, that makes me want to look up and see a definition in here. If they have, I bet they have unicorn in here, because they definitely have dragon in here, and they have Prester in here too, because Nine Spiral talks a lot about that, as Prester being Solomon, Prester being who King Solomon, who he was, Prester, and it talks about Prester being like a meteorite, and that's why I said Tecumseh, the shooting star. The Creator sends these prophets down in flesh to fight against the wicked and stuff like that. But before we get off, I want to read on this sect, because how we were talking about, that was the first trip. Okay. Now here's the second trip of people that came across people, how we were talking about this. Okay. Okay. While Columbus's first trip was one of discovery, wink, wink, and exploration, wink, wink. Now that part's, he is exploring lands that he hasn't been to, not discovering though. It appears that the subsequent voyages were for the discovery of gold and the exploitation of the indigenous inhabitants of the islands. Now that Columbus was a Spanish noble and admiral of the sea, titles he received from the king and queen of Spain, he was able to gather 1,500 people crowded into 17 vessels for the second journey. They're saying the first voyage had approximately 90. Now you got 1,500, okay, on the second one. Because the exaggeration of the golden riches that could be found in what they believed to be Asia was enough to convince many seeking wealth and fortune to venture across the ocean. Whereas the first trips was mainly, fuck them. These were men, okay, for the second voyage was of a higher class of people. Okay, higher, yeah, wealthier.
Settlers. Those the pilgrims. Those the people that was going to stay because they had money.
Yes. Yep. They were already, and they had done something in war for those king and queens. So they were already telling them that when they get there, they have a certain amount of land that they're being given right before they even touch ground on that land.
Like the Mannings.
All you got to do is slaughter everything.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Eli Manning and Peyton Manning and them. That's right, Brother Corey. Yeah. That was one of the families that, if you trace it back, their lineage, they were considered knights.
And they fought against the authorities in England, and then they ended up coming over here to 200 acres of land in South Carolina. And this is Eli and Peyton's great grandparents, great granddaddy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So these people came over to 200 acres because they brought 4 slaves with them. Just not slaves, but just people that was willing to work for them.
Yeah, servants. Indentured servants is what it's called. Absolutely. Yeah. They got a contract with them to work for them for food, lodging, so on and so forth.
So you work for me.
What?
So I'm sorry. My phone was ringing. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, it was ringing? Oh, I can't hear it. Did you hear it?
Okay.
No, but it did cut him off while he was talking.
Oh,
okay. So just imagine if I can convince you guys, because I got enough money already in England, and I say, look, if y'all two come with me, we bring 2 more people, man. We go over here, help build this shit up, and I'm gonna give you 5 acres a piece at the end of it, and I'm gonna pay you your money. You know, they're gonna be like, hell yeah, let's go. I'll work for you. Like that's what they were doing in a lot of cases. It wasn't them having to steal people at first, but then when people didn't want to come, that's when they started to trick people and steal people. That's when the you know what I mean, all the stealing of the kids and all these orphans.
They must have heard it from a little dove, man, that they were getting screwed after they got to the lands. We did all this work and we didn't get our property.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then you had your people that wanted to come over, and this is from Caramel reading. Like Caramel be on point, but he was reading and it said that these people would just plot to come over. Just imagine if this is us 3. Like, man, we just get on this ship. We're gonna promise them we're gonna work for them when we get there. As soon as we get there, man, we out. We gonna bounce. It's gonna be us 3, and we just gonna go. We just gonna go far west as we can go. Come on, man.
Straight up. Let's go, baby. We heard there's a gold rush out west. Let's roll, baby.
Yep.
Carry your 6-shooters and let's go. Straight up. Yep. So real quick, these were men who could afford to pay their way. This is the second trip. And they were men who were not used to manual labor. They believed they were embarking on an adventure where fortunes could be accumulated without much effort.
Stealing.
They were, for the most part, young men of roving and adventurous dispositions with no homes or morals who came on the expedition because it was believed that the Indies were composed entirely of gold. They had no intentions of working or making themselves useful, even though these men came from a higher class in society. Their moral values were essentially equivalent to those of the first crew. Golds and riches were the main object of these new crew members, and they would acquire these by any means necessary.
Destroy the land, kill the people, and tear it down.
Yep.
Oh, and then when they found lands where people they thought they should have gold and jewels, they would kill the people and cut their stomachs open, thinking the people swallowed the gold and to hide
Yes.
it from them.
I saw that. That's fuck.
Damn,
To
man.
think that they
And
thought
then after
like
they do it,
it's
they're
gotta
like,
be.
I know. Okay, I know. We made a mistake. He wasn't carrying the gold and the rubies, but let it be a lesson to you that anybody that does that, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah. But you know that's exactly what happened, right? That's
Yeah,
exactly
because
what
they're not held accountable for their actions. So yeah.
that's exactly what they did and
Wasn't
said.
my
I mean,
fault. I
I
didn't
mean,
do
once
it.
you see one person gut it open and there's no gold or no rubies coming out, and they're like, we don't hold ourselves accountable to that. But don't you get caught doing it.
but that's why they ended up digging up the graves of the people because they forgot that you couldn't live off of just gold. They thought that it was all about getting gold. They forgot you got to eat. So they were in such a thirst of getting this jewelry, like any type of thing to send back to make themselves rich. They would do anything for it, man. They could care about even eating until it was too late, damn near.
Yeah, and they're going into these graves in these tombs and stealing the jewelry off of these people. What movie I just watched? It was an Indian native movie or a native movie, but it showed the point of it was really kind of the acting and stuff was pretty atrocious in it. Really, honestly, it was a rough one, but it basically was showing that there was a curse laid upon these people because they had stolen jewelry off of a native buried and they stole their valuables off them because they actually did bury people with valuables and stuff as like protection, whatever, jade,
No, we
jade
still
and
do.
stuff. Huh?
Like that's what we do. We still like that's what you do. You bury them with their stuff that they liked, you know. So if they got a physical attachment to it when they die, they'll still have it. It's okay. I give you a crazy story. My mother told me they had to walk past this a graveyard every day when they were growing up to get home. And so my aunt loved to clean up the house and put flowers in the house. So this one time she saw flowers out there that somebody had put some fresh flowers and they took it, thinking that they thought it was gonna just decorate the house. But they got home and that night it all hell broke loose. They said shit was knocking at the door, banging on the door, screaming, climbing the walls, all type. Because if you got a physical attachment to something, like that's why, like, where was I
That
going?
spirit was knocking at that spirit followed what they stole from their grave or whatever and
Yeah,
came back saying return that fucking shit back where you
and that's
found
what
it.
they did. They did it the next day, and it stopped.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
See, they
took it
show
back.
you in Poltergeist too. I was saying, bro, like I'm telling you, man, like think of this, like they showed how now I posted this on Big Judah's comment section, and a lot of people kind of were like, damn, bro, and we've talked about it. Why are Catholics and Christians so attuned to putting people in fucking a Dybbuk box, a casket, and burying you in the ground? Is that trapping your spirit? You know what I'm saying? Like, or
Yeah.
because the natives and stuff, and even like that's why I said you got to be careful because even like they say Egyptian mummies and stuff and tombs and stuff and all that. Well, they were wrapping them and then putting them in the on altars above ground or in ground, but it makes logical sense if we came from Mother Earth to immerse back with Mother Earth, like the physical realm of Catholics and Christians always think like, oh God, the worms are going to eat your body. And who gives a fuck? You're dead. Your flesh is done. Who cares,
Yeah,
man? That is
you're
not a
done.
value. Anyways, that's not a value.
It never was. That's the freaking problem with these people,
Mm.
man. They're looking at themselves in the mirrors and they're, baby, I look
Vanity.
good, man. This flesh looks the shit, man. God, you did some
Narcissism.
wonderful shit.
Yep. That's the story of Narcissus or Narcissus or whatever. Is he was vain. He just like stared in the water at himself all the time. Like he just couldn't get enough of how good looking he was and shit. And that's where Narcissus, that name came from, was with Narcissus or whatever. Like
Oh wow.
he was a vain fucker. He just stared in the water. I don't know if mirrors back then or whatever, but
Well,
obviously
also look at that part of the word narcissist. Assist. It's
Ooh,
assist,
yeah.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yes. Assist. Yes. Fucking how do you remove assist? Mm-hmm. Bro. That truly the vanity of, and that's why I said like, that's why I just laugh like this world, because they're so wrapped up in all that's been thrown our way, bro, like pride, selfishness, self-centeredness, like and self-righteous doesn't mean the same thing as selfish, people. You need to know your definitions. We should all be attaining to be righteous, but not doing it on a self-centered motive, selfish motive. We should be wanting to reach people to help wake them up.
Vanity.
Vanity, absolutely, dude. We are in a realm of vain people, man. With no
What's
depth.
the one
Absolutely.
where you eat?
Have you guys, either one of you, seen that short that's floating around the internet about the billboard with that naked chick on it and it says Romans?
It says
No.
ramen.
It
What,
says
noodles?
Roman with
Ooh.
the phone number on it. Let me show you.
Wow. Yeah.
Shalom, this is White Raptor News Ministries. You're about to be exposed to a billboard on the side of the road. This content may be offensive to some viewers, so you may want to gird up your loins.
What? You can do that now?
Fall in the water and the whole land will be full of wickedness. Look at this for a mask. Roman Sultans.
That is a naked chick on a billboard, buck ass naked, wearing a mask. Watch when he zooms out.
Unbelievable.
I was
Wearing
thinking
a
it was an
mask?
optical illusion, hopefully.
Shit, dude. No, that dude.
Like the
that
Martin
dude's-
Luther statue.
That's like a brother, dude, just filming on the side of the road, dude.
Yeah, that's a billboard on the side of the road.
Yeah.
She's buck ass naked and she's wearing a mask. That's the only thing, she's wearing a mask. But here's the kicker, bro. The phone number. When you break that phone number all down to single digits, which I did because I get hit with stuff like this, it comes to 962. 962 in the Strong's Concordance means to spoil and plunder.
Ooh.
That's a big find for me right there, man.
Yeah, that's, man. And that dude filming that dude, that's like, well, Corey, I was telling, I don't know
Wow.
if you were here yet, but the movie Babylon, bro, I was telling John about it at the beginning, and they go back to it at the ending of the movie too. They see how they're doing it? I noticed, I was telling my daughter this. The beginning of the show, the first thing you see is a fucking drug-filled orgy going on. They actually pan across and they show a dude's penis for about a split second. Your eyes see it, people. You don't think that they know how to indoctrinate?
Oh
Look
no,
if
they do
don't.
that.
Yeah. And I mean, dude, they were snorting fucking heroin, fucking coke, everything there at this party, dude. I mean, it was a rager, dude. And it was like in this big, almost like temple style castle building. And it was people of all denominations there partying too, dude. Every skin tone was there. And that's what they're showing you, dude. Actions are actions. Evil is evil. No colors associated. It's not a fucking crayon, people. It is a spirit, and you choose what path you're going to walk on.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm this color, so I have to be evil, and I'm gonna go be evil, fucking because my skin color says I'm evil.
Yeah, but the Bible says
Right.
there's a white man that's gonna save my lappy ass.
Bro, I want to team up with anybody who wants to fucking be legit, man, and let's do this right. Let's
And that's how
bring out
you
the
go.
truth.
Yep. Anybody want to be legit? That's the way. That's the ticket.
Yep,
But I'm gonna have to
absolutely.
get out of here, family, man. I supposedly have some cousins coming over, man. So I'm gonna have to get on out of here, man. I don't want to have everybody come in and spoil the moment.
Oh, I got
problem,
you,
man. Thanks for coming in, man. I'm gonna
brother
cut out
Corey.
myself. I told him I was gonna cut at 11.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah,
up
we'll
since
cut it.
3, man. This
Yep.
was awesome. Good to see you, Corey, brother, man. Always good to
You
see you.
too. You too,
Dude,
family.
I needed this for my spirit too, guys. It was good, man. So, like I said, it was awesome, guys. Thanks for joining. Anybody who came in and watched, we appreciate you greatly, and thank you for the support. We give all our praise, glory, and honor to the Creator, and we're trying to do the best we can in guiding and leading people to truths and facts. So, but all right, man, let's do it. We'll hit this up again soon, okay, guys?
Oh yeah, I look
All
forward
right,
to it,
family.
man.
Yep.
Take
All
care,
right,
Y'all
guys.
be safe.
Yep, you
Hey.
bet. All right, guys.
Peace.
Peace.